Right now, 7 out of 10 corporate digital transformations are failing. That is a mountain of corporate investment that simply bursts into flames. This chart puts that failure into perspective. Look at this massive column. That is $2.3 trillion wasted every single year on stalled tech initiatives and abandoned software. When a rollout crashes this hard, the boardroom instinct is to assume the technology was flawed, that the code was buggy or the artificial intelligence just wasn't smart enough yet. But often, the breakdown has less to do with the software and more to do with an adoption crisis. It's a disconnect where the human employees simply don't or can't use the new tools they've been given. You can spend billions engineering advanced systems, but if you ignore the psychological and practical reality of the people supposed to log in every day, that investment is worthless. Take a major wealth management firm we studied. Leadership recently purchased a multi-million-dollar AI platform to modernize that portfolio tracking. A few months after launch, the relationship managers, the people actually handling client money, had quietly abandoned the new system. They were secretly migrating all their data back into clunky 1990s-era spreadsheets to get their work done. They didn't do this out of spite. The new AI was built to automate the firm's pre-existing reporting processes, but those original workflows were already broken. The new software was essentially speeding up an inefficient process rather than fixing it. Management bought the complex technological solution without ever investigating the human problem it was supposed to solve. This specific disconnect is what drives that 70. But down on the ground level, you have tactics, those specific day-to-day execution steps employees take. And as you can see, the daily reality is often messy. When executives mistake their high-level strategy for ground-level reality, they hand IT developers a set of abstract goals instead of practical requirements. The developers then build software for a workflow that doesn't actually exist in the real world. To stop burning through IT budgets, an organization has to build a bridge between the boardroom's abstract vision and the employee's concrete tactical reality. That bridge is the business analyst. They aren't software developers writing code. They act as bilingual translators, fluent in both the language of business leaders and the technical constraints of IT. To diagnose this adoption crisis, the analyst relies on a toolkit called requirement elicitation, extracting the true needs of a system directly from the people using it. First, they use direct observation. An analyst sits alongside the wealth managers during their shift. By watching them work, they discover the core frustration. The managers just want to see all of a client's scattered assets on a single screen. Next, they run cross-functional workshops. This forces the isolated IT developers and the visionary business executives into the same room, stripping away buzzwords until both sides agree on what actually needs to be built. Finally, they perform document analysis. They map out the logic inside those old, clunky spreadsheets to ensure the new software doesn't accidentally replicate the broken rules of the past. Requirement elicitation takes vague executive complaints and translates them into a precise, actionable roadmap that developers can actually code. Returning to our wealth management firm, the business analyst uncovered a crucial reality. The relationship managers never needed advanced artificial intelligence. They just needed unified visibility of their clients' money. The firm scrapped the bloated AI project entirely, building a simple, real-time portfolio dashboard. Because this new tool perfectly matched the tactical needs of the employees, they willingly adopted it. No one had to force them off spreadsheets. By building targeted, user-validated technology, the firm finally achieved its original strategic goal. Client retention went up. That 70% failure rate isn't a law of nature. Research shows that organizations investing in both digital capability and human alignment are significantly more likely to see their projects reach the finish line. The uncomfortable truth of digital transformation is that technology is just a tool. It is not a savior. Any software, no matter how expensive or computationally advanced, is destined to be abandoned if it works against human behavior. To survive the digital age, companies must stop blindly investing in better coders and start investing in the human translators who bridge the gap.